Recording progress.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Beekeeper Tarot. My name is Alan. Thank you very much once again, guys, for your support and your kindness and the comments, liking my videos, and all the feedback. I do appreciate it, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. So yeah, it's very, very close to my heart. So thank you very, very much. And yeah, it matters to me. So there, that it's nice that we're building a relationship, and you guys are getting to know me, which is good. So yeah, I kind of feel a bit sorry for you. But anyway, no, not really. I wanted to talk about a few things. First of all, I haven't been here since the election because I've been working been doing a lot of night shifts lately. So hence my gorgeous baggy eyes. Yes, you too can have eyes like this. if you, anyway, so I'll just keep applying the moisturizer and pray for a miracle. Is that right? Anyway. But what I wanted to talk about today is just a couple of things. I want to obviously talk about the Australian election. So basically, the Australian Labor Party, which is like the equivalent of the Dems or the Progressive Party, um, they absolutely creamed the Liberals. So or the Conservatives, like the conservatives, they just got done like a dinner, like they just got politically annihilated. It was wonderful. But here's the thing. So yeah, so currently, with the Australian, there I'm back again. I put my thing on the computer. I lent my tablet on the computer, so I'm almost awake. Um, so basically, for with the seats in the parliament for a government to with the seats in the parliament that the parties need to run a government, you need to have 85. You need to have 76 seats. The Labor Party had 85. Now the Liberals, which is the Conservatives, they got 39. Um, and so they literally they were just like they just got annihilated. And the guy that was the leader of the Liberal Party. So when I say liberal, I'm talking about conservative. Okay, I'm talking about Australian politics. Liberal here means conservative, right? So apologies for the confusion, but it's confusing for us too. Anyway, his name was Peter Dutton, and he even lost his seat in Parliament too, which was like the icing on the cake. And what sweet icing it was! Entertainment only YouTube. So here's the thing: I was thinking about this. Now in Australia, we have so many rednecks, we have so many bigoted people in these parties, in other parties. We've got racists, we've got xenophobes, we've got homophobes, we've got people that even dislike the indigenous people. We've got everything here, and those voices are still there, but they're right now they've been squashed, but they're still there, but they've just been annihilated through the electoral process. And I was thinking about the Australian election, and I was thinking also about the Canadian election, where really, thank God, common sense prevailed. But here's the thing I was thinking about. In as much as I'm I just feel relieved, you know? It's like, yeah, it's like that feeling you have after a really good meal. It's just like, oh, it's just, but this election could have gone bad for us because the Conservative Party, the Liberal Party, they were kind of aligned with a lot of with Trump's values, and allegedly YouTube, very very allegedly, I even heard talk of there was someone from the Trump team that was advising the Liberal Party here, like giving them political advice. Allegedly, I haven't actually followed that lead up, but there was allegedly a recording of a person that was saying that he came to Australia to help the Conservative Party win votes or with their campaign. Allegedly, YouTube. So entertainment only. Just got to really clarify that. Um, I haven't had the chance to look into that, and I really don't care about that right now. I'm just focusing on the fact that the Labor Party won, and I'm just grateful for that. But the thing I want to say about it is, democracies are fragile, right? And I would never, I would never have thought Like I've been to the States a couple of times and I had a great time in the States. Um, yeah, loved the States. It's the people were lovely and the what a beautiful country. Like the landscape was just stunning. Like, going through Yosemite and yeah, just some of the deserts, the Painted Desert in California, and driving from LA, sorry, from San Francisco up to LA, and just sorry, LA up to San Francisco. Just loved it. Um, just amazing, amazing, amazing landscape. And I mean, Australia's a beautiful country as well. And obviously, lots of countries have got beauty. A lot of every country has beauty, like Canada has, and New Zealand. New Zealand is stunning. But what I'm saying is that I'm waffling a bit because I'm a bit tired. So just forgive me, guys. Um, but the thing is, I would never have thought if someone said to me 10 years ago about what was happening in the States right now, I would have thought, no way that would ever happen. And this is what I think about democracies. They're fragile and they are worth fighting for. And even though in Australia at least we've had this glorious victory, like it's just glorious. And I will say as well that the political party that won, the Labor Party, so our Prime Minister is Anthony Albanese, but like I've said and other readers have said, I think Lena has said it as well. In Australia, I think Libby has too, and we just abbreviate names, you know. So Albanese, we just call him Albo. We're just really good at butchering the English language. I don't know if it's because we're lazy, but we just do it. Um, so if I refer to Anthony Albanese, I'll probably call him Albo, our Prime Minister Albo. But here's the thing: he's not perfect, right? And like I said before, no politician is perfect, no political system is perfect, like no tarot reader is perfect, like no one is perfect, right? But the thing is, we've been given this golden egg in Australia, and we need to protect it. And with that's the thing with democracy, like they're fragile. And I'm thinking about my friends in the States right now as well, in as much it's almost like a survivor guilt. I'm thinking about you guys in the States that are watching this in particular. Um, you guys are just having a really, really, really rough time. And I wish that you weren't. And I think what I wanted to say as well is that that's why it's so important to protest and to protest legally and to protest within the law. Like just get out there and protest and just make your voice known, whether you are writing to your Congress people or you're actively getting involved with protesting or doing flyers or making phone calls or whatever you can do, like, whatever is great or whatever small thing that you can do, you're doing something. And I think that's a point too, because I know in Australia, I've been to lots of protests. Like I went to and I've said this before, I went to the protest on marriage equality. I went to lots of those. I went protesting against the Iraq war because I was so angry about that. I was in my 30s and I was a young man. I was just out there in Hyde Park with about 1 million people in Sydney, and we shut the city down because there was that many people. And I bought my water and I yelled and I made my sign and everything else. But that's the important thing, that we really, really need to protect our democracies. And even in Australia, um, we've been given this glorious victory, but we still need to be vigilant, right? We still need to be mindful of the other voices. Because like I said, we have got the most racist, bigoted, horrible politicians here that you could imagine. I mean, they're there, and some of the other readers have spoken about them, but we've got some shockers. We really do. And so for my job now as an Aussie, as an Australian guy, um, keep an eye on them. Just obviously enjoy the victory, but if I notice that something's coming out of the right wing that I think is just really nasty, or trying to hurt people or whatever, like I will get involved. I'll make a phone call, or I'll get involved with the protest, or I'll do something, like I did with those other causes. Um, the most humbling thing that I did a few months ago, was I went to oh no, it probably would have been close to a year ago now. I can't remember the exact date, but I went to a Palestine rally in Sydney, and I have absolutely nothing against the Jews or Israel's ability to defend itself. I've nothing against that at all. But how I see it, the Palestinians have just been massacred, and um, the genocide and everything else. So once again, I'm not singling out, and I'm not singling out any Jewish people that will be watching these videos. Like, not a problem at all. But the thing is, I went to that protest and I was holding the Palestinian flag as we were walking through the streets of Sydney. And it was very humbling to be a part of that. And you could just feel the pain of those people that are still suffering, you know. And I don't want to go into a big debate in that war here right now, and that's not the point. But what I'm saying is that every voice matters and every protest counts. And for the viewers here, like the people that are watching these videos from the States, like don't give up, you know. We we rejected Trumpism here in Australia. We just flat out rejected it because it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not, it's just so far to the right. It's not balanced. It's not normal. You know, just I can't even begin to describe it. Well, I can, but I'll be here all day, and you know, you guys don't need to hear a a rambling old man that's half tired and you know talking about that. But what I wanted to say is just to say yes, I am grateful for the election results, but once again, as an Australian, I'm mindful of what's going on in my country, but also I'm mindful politically what's happening worldwide. And you know, like it's like we're all part of this esoterical family, right? And it's like when one part of us is suffering, we're all suffering. And unfortunately, with all the insanity coming out of the administration in the US, it's affecting all of us. It's affecting all of us, right? So I just wanted to kind of put that out there and just say to you guys out there that yes, I'm really happy and exhilarated that we had such a great victory in Australia with Albo and the Labor Party because yeah, thank God. The alternative could have been would have been really horrible. In my humble opinion, YouTube, and it's just my opinion. So yeah. Another thing as well, which I did notice about this. No, I understand that this is all just for the cameras as well, but there was dignity when Peter Dutton conceded. There was dignity, and when Albo did his victory speech, and I've heard him in a few interviews afterwards, referring to Peter Dutton, he was very dignified, and he was saying that you know he was being very respectful of Peter Dutton, and to what level that's real or not, I don't know, right? Because we're talking politics and we're talking people and cameras and yada yada yada, but even to see that dignity, you know, where you have two political opponents that they one can say, "Hey, I lost, I conceded," and the other one to say to commend the opposition leader Peter Dutton on his campaign and to wish him and his wife and his family all the best for the future. I mean, that's really good to see, you know, and that's the way it should be. You know, it's like if you if you win something, be gracious and humble about it. Don't Skype, be humble about it, you know. And it was really good to see that in the Australian politics. So I just wanted to quickly say all of that. And the other thing which I wanted to do really quickly is just a quick reading for us, the collective, just to kind of, yeah, just to, what Spirit would like us to know as a collective. So I'm just going to shuffle some cards. Come on down. And yeah, come on down. Hey, Spirit, reading for the collective. Can you tell us, Spirit, a reading for the collective? Just a nice reading, Spirit, for the collective. Nice reading, Spirit, for the collective. And I'll see if that comes out. The Four of Swords just came out, folks. I'll see if it falls out again. Pardon me. All right, Spirit. Reading for the collective. A nice reading, Spirit, for the collective. Okay. Nine of Swords, Six of Cups, Four of Cups, High Priestess, Page of Cups. Okay, guys, come on up. I can work out how to pause this. Where are you? Here you go. Come on up, guys. Okay, folks, this is what I'm feeling. So, first card that came out was the Nine of Swords, and I do think that there is a lot of in the world. There's a lot of angst and a lot of concern about what's happening in the world right now. That's everywhere, and I think especially for countries like Australia and America, and just the countries that have democracies. There's there's a worry about this, and I think there's just this feeling of angst in the air because we just want things to go back with the Six of Cups just to how they were. I think it's almost like there's a feeling of, um, will we ever get back to some kind of normalcy, maybe from an international stage level kind of thing? Will we get back to that? And I think people, um, rightly so, we all lose sleep about it sometimes, and we all think about it at nighttime. Um, and it's interesting when I go into the base of the deck, I think I have an answer for that. So I'll get to that from spirit. But the thing is, like, just to with the Four of Cups, don't don't take everything that's coming. Be selective in your news, or just stay grounded in yourself. If you look at the image in this person here, they're almost like they're in like this meditative state. They're getting their zen. They're grounded. They're grounded on the earth, and they're not. They're what? There's a bit more BS coming in, and I'm just not going to listen to that right now. I would much rather be intuitive and listen to my inner feelings and get my zen there. In a way you can sort of see. In a way you can kind of see the a relationship between the high priestess and the Four of Cups, the way that they've been represented in this card. Like the high priestess, she's just sitting there, just zoning out. And the thing is as well, it's behind the veil. There's a lot of water behind the veil, right? So the emotion or the depth, that's all there, but she's keeping that behind her. Maybe in the same way that the person is just thinking, you know what, I don't need that cup. I got enough. I'm good for. You know what? I'm really, really good for cups right now. I don't need. I don't need just. I don't need any more. I got enough. You know. I'm just going to sit here in in my and listen to my inner feelings and listen to my intuition and not become um, a receptor to all the excess noise that's happening around us right now. And you never know, there could be some surprise message with the Page of Cups coming from the White House um, about the exchange of money or how money's been divided up. And that's just, I mean, that's just a given. I mean, you don't need to be a tarot reader to know that. And you know who's going to get on his high horse and, rah, rah, rah on his, the orange buffoon's going to get on his high horse as well and start carrying on and roaring and, screaming and everything else. But here's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune. This card talks about one of the things that this card talks about is karmic cycles, you know. And if I go back to the first card of this reading, which goes back to somehow this recording just stopped and I just have to edit that out. Um, but if you go back, I'm sorry, guys, if you go back to the Wheel of Fortune, so this is Carter's talking about karmic cycles and how things go around. And I think, the wheel will turn with all this BS happening in the world right now. And that, in a way, it's the answer for the nine of swords. It's like, just be mindful if you're having those times where you're feeling scared or you're doubting what's going on. And we all feel that, we all feel that. I certainly feel it, when if I let my mind wander, and because it's swords, it's the mind, right? If you let your mind wander, you can imagine all sorts of catastrophes happening as well, right? But the thing is, just remember, and this is major arcana, that the Wheel of Fortune, things do happen in cycles. And I do think that we're still going to be in for a bumpy ride, but just ride it out. Just try and ride it out. And just to remember, like I said before, and I'm repeating myself here, like when you think of the Nine of Swords and you think, oh my God, it's too much, it's too much, and what's going on is crazy, and I can't sleep and I can't whatever. Like the universe is still keeping an eye on things. And I think too, in the same way that when it came to the election in Australia, like it's almost like spirit was watching over us. And fortunately, we had the common sense to elect a government that is progressive, but it could have gone the other way. Canada elected a government that was progressive, and the USA will once again elect a government that is progressive and get rid of this mess that's happening right now. That's what I'm getting from that. So just try and hold on when you're thinking about that. Just try and remember that the wheel does turn. Okay. So that's what I get for that, guys. I hope that helps somebody out there, or has resonance for somebody out there, or for you guys out there. Um, I must apologize because I am fairly tired right now, but I just wanted to come on to say that I just felt that I wanted to talk about the Australian election and talk about democracy, and just to say that, even though uh, I'm really happy with what's happened and I'm very joyous and everything else, I'm still mindful of what's happening in the world scene, and I'm very mindful of that, not everybody does have it as good as we're having it in Australia right now, but it can change. Nothing is permanent. Like that. Things come and they go. So protect your democracies. To do what you can to protect your democracy. But with regards to this mess in the US, the wheel will turn. Just keep protesting, keep at it, support your damn candidates, write your letters to Congress, do what you can do. The wheel of fortune will turn. That's my feeling. So hang in there, guys. Once again, guys, I hope that's okay. And I'm gonna have a coffee, try and wake up a bit more. Yeah, so I apologize. I've been rambling so much, but I'm just a bit tired. So anyway, guys, you take care. I'm just gonna zone out, and I'll be back soon. Okay, bye bye. Thank you. Bye.